This is a presentation of voice or dialogue responses from the AI generator that's used by Integer Entertainment in its film trailers and features that met or exceeded expectations. On the whole, the director was very satisfied with the dialogue results from AI. While others worry about perfect lip sync and continuity of voices and accents, our efforts weren't toward complete realism. Some AI professionals use several tools in their AI work. We used only one, XAI Grok, for our making of documentaries, trailers, and film features. Our focus is on facial expression, scene integrity, and overall action. Specifically, our efforts with dialogue or voice, whether it be accents, tone, inflection, or continuity from scene to scene, were generally handled pretty well by XAI Grok all on its own. Yes, rarely a character would suddenly break into British accented English from American English, so we had to specify British accented English or German accented English throughout our prompting. But who knew that, generally, from one day to the next, the character voices would be satisfactorily consistent. After all, we didn't have voice reference files, so compared to reference files for characters' images, we really don't know how XAI does as well as it does. For more subtle aspects of dialogue, we came up with some tricks. Extra spaces between words or syllables, in long words, changed the way dialogue emerged, or using capital letters for certain words for emphasis. And ellipses and grammatically incorrect commas would force pauses. One thing we didn't tempt fate about was forcing dialogue delivery to be slow or fast, to achieve what is called comic timing. We used video editing software that let us speed up or slow down scenes in dialogue, so that became our go-to tool to try to get a perfectly delivered line. We can say we were 90% pleased with the way dialogue turned out throughout our efforts, but that occasionally a perfect note was hit that made the process even more enjoyable. And 90% is pretty good, since our average with physical movement instructions was probably only about 50%. That's where most of our reprompting took place. And just as an aside, often the best dialogue came about very quickly, but it took multiple efforts to get the actions right. In more than a few cases, we dubbed in the dialogue from the first take over the actions of the final take. Such is the magic that occurs in the editing process in filmmaking. So here are several examples of great dialogue results from each of our AI-generated feature films, The Hag of Beecroft and The Rewilders.
Let's begin. And remember, at any time you can press spacebar to pause or restart the video.
Here's a case where we wanted a very specific dialogue delivery by little Befany in The Hag of Beecroft. She's at Sam's door, and having delivered her spiel numerous times, at first she doesn't even look up. Then, she raises her head and realizes that what she's looking for is right in front of her.
Hello, I just moved into apartment 207, and I'm looking for somebody to play with. Do any little boys or girls live here?
I don't know. I have to check with my mom.
This required a nuanced verbal delivery of boredom, then surprise, then joy. We got what we wanted with a combination of ellipses to cause pauses, and the AI figured out the rest. Here's an example of getting real empathy in a character's voice, without lots of extra adjectives in the prompt. Sam's mom, Rachel, learns that Bethany's parents were killed in an accident, and what she says elicits true emotion. It couldn't have been done better.
My sister, her parents were killed last month in a plane crash.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
It was the director's decision to keep the main focus on little Sam, even as his mom standing behind him gushed the shock that both of them felt. This next example shows banter between three characters. It comes out very naturally and was one of the easiest dialogue-intensive scenes we generated.
So what's on tap, man? Thought we were going over and Tormento the old dudes across the street. Old dudes. Not as bad as some of the addicts in this building. Shit, yeah. Seen the guy on 7? No. Man, he's got so many tracks up his arm you think he'd spring a leak when he stands up. Look who's talking, Brad. Hey, I've done weed, but I'm not sticking virus needles in my arm. That makes you a good guy? Citizen of the Year award, man. So what do you want to do? How about we knock out the lights? Huh? In the corridor. Take out all the lights. Scares the hell out of them when they take the garbage out.
We did feel that two of the voices are similar, but we decided to not push our luck and accepted what you saw as the final result. Here's a dialogue where we hoped for the best, and we got it. Little Penny was dragged along by her older brother as a bunch of nasty teens vandalized Beecroft Manor.
Here, Penny, help me.
No! Stop it!
Okay, you stay here then.
When she's invited to participate, she howls outrage about what's happening, and it sounded like she really meant it. Now to some wonderful dialogues from the Rewilders. Here, a nasty Rewilder, who seems to hate his job, directs the release of a wild boar.
Release it. Release the thing!
In the screenplay, the words are written exactly as spoken, but the delivery is hilarious and monumental. In this case, and in some others, the AI generator actually seemed to have the character figured out from previous scenes so that the dialogue absolutely matched the personality. Later in the same scene, the farmer Charlie asks Rachel, our protagonist, "You work with these people?" And he does it in such a way that it drips with derision.
You work with these people?
No, we normally release birds and butterflies.
We didn't prompt the character to add that sarcastic pause before the word people, but it makes all the difference. Here's one where the screenplay dialogue is simple. "Oh, never mind." But you never know how the actor, in this case the AI actor, Rachel, will deliver it.
Then followed by Soy Day, followed by Wind Energy Day, followed by Save the Whales Day, followed by International Hemp Day, followed by, National Day for Radon Action, then Earth Night, World Day, Globe Day, Planet Day.
Oh, and then I start vacation on the 18th.
Oh, never mind!
Rachel shows her frustration in an amusing way. In fact, her sophisticated British accent sounds a bit more Cockney here, but we left it in anyway.
Oh, never mind!
The best banter results often occur with two easily distinguishable characters alone on the screen. Here's Evie and Harry in the wonderful Scrabble scene.
What the heck's that, Harry?
It. E.T.
Go on, that's no word.
It.
No good! See, I give you a hard time all 'cause you didn't let me get away with fraternity.
No, you put down frat.
That was the short form.
No short forms allowed. I told you should have just changed it to FART. I would have accepted that.
Oh yes, you're an expert in that field, Harry.
There.
During the actual scene in the movie, a television news report is interspersed with Evie and Harry. For the illustration we just showed you, we edited out the TV parts. Well, it always helps if you have a delicious antagonist in your story, even in a comedy, and in the Rewilders we had a government bureaucrat, Minister Proctor. This character is so oblivious to the harm he's causing, it comes out truly ridiculous. His muttered aside about how the war shouldn't be much of a contest is one of our favorites.
Yes, they're already calling it the Great Beaver War. Shouldn't be much of a contest, really.
We just wrote that dialogue as two consecutive sentences, but the AI really captured the personality of that arrogant character perfectly. In summary, the AI generator that we used did some pretty good acting in terms of producing dialogue that we wanted. It's even a little spooky. We were pleasantly surprised when it deduced a personality from the prompt or possibly from recent prompts, as if it had learned how that character would say it. Amazing. In this presentation, I got tongue-tied with a few words that the director wanted me to say. He had to add spaces between syllables or change the word altogether. So let's try them again. Superfluous, superfluous, superfluous. Comical, comical, comical. Well, the director made me go too fast. Make it a 10-second clip instead of 6.
Thanks for watching. And remember, all titles are available for purchase on Amazon or Kobo.